Hi everyone, so I'm starting here layout and I'm gonna start creating here a art journal page, and I'm selecting the papers. And as always, I like to blend many papers together in different forms. And I'm starting here with 8 by 10 inches, and you're gonna see that I'm gonna paste the papers there. I'm using one paper, but I like elements of the other paper, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put them together in this. So I wanted to show you how I did this. And you see that I liked this kind of stitches here on these elements with this paper. So I'm gonna grab the lasso tool and I'm going to select around, and you make sure that you close where you started, and then you can just get the move tool and move just that section to the paper. And I'm gonna transform it and do that, and I'm gonna grab the other little piece of paper, doing the same thing. First I'm gonna deselect that, Command Control D, and grabbing the lasso tool again. So this technique is really playful because you can play doing basically a collage with other papers and other elements that you want in different parts. So, and also save time instead of masking the whole thing. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to create a mask on these pieces, because as you see there is an edge there. So I'm going to get a general Photoshop brush, which is the soft round brush, and I'm gonna just blend a little bit these hard edges here to seem that this was actually stitched on the paper. So that's what I'm doing there. And you just do as much or as little as you want. You can see that I reduced the opacity a little bit so it's not that harsh, and I can blend better with the paper that is underneath. So this way I show a little bit of that. You see there's a stitch and there is that paper underneath there with these leaves. So I wanted this to show a little bit better. And that's what I did there. Gonna continue to blend. As you can see on the other side here on the menu, I have masking. So I'm masking with black on a white mask. This way I can see what I'm doing. Of course, if you put black mask, I'm not gonna see anything. So that is better if you wanted to review things. But here I just wanna clean up a little bit. So basically I created my own collage here with this page. And I continue to do that, refine where I see some edges there. It's always good to zoom in and out to see what you're doing, if it looks good. And I'm now going to start to create this art journal page, and I'm going to continue to collage some things there on the pages. And at first, actually, I'm seeing here what I want. So I like this text a lot, so I'm gonna blend this text there. And you see that accidentally I moved the paper, so I'm gonna lock that paper there on the, so this way I don't move accidentally. Sometimes the auto select is good, but sometimes it selects the wrong thing. So sometimes it can be helpful and sometimes can be annoying, to tell the truth. Again, I'm gonna duplicate that text, giving a Command Control J, and I'm gonna put that on top. But first I'm going, again, you can see there I put a mask, and I'm doing the same thing that I did with the collage. I'm just gonna blend a little bit, and you see how I went in the middle of the thing. I just wanted this to look imperfect. I don't want it to look like, oh, I brushed. And then I duplicated and just went to the mask and continued to do some revealing, some removing, and things like that, just to look more natural, almost like when you stamp text on the paper. Art journal pages they are very nice because they always have a, whatever you feel in the moment, whatever you want to convey. And I wanted to make this page very tactile in the sense that you can see I'm putting a lot of stitch and a lot of, paper and things like that. So apply a shadow there, and I'm going to separate the shadow. I'm going to create a layer there, and I'm going to give a Command Control T, and this way I can manipulate better. I'm going to expand this shadow a little bit, but then I'm going to go with the right click and warp, because I want to give the sensation that the paper is, when you sometimes clip a paper, staple a paper, it doesn't glue completely down. Some parts of it are, up, so it gives that sensation on the paper there. You can see that. I love to do this in Photoshop. That gives this versatility of you separating the layer of the shadow so it can get more realistic. So this page is all about connecting, right? And sometimes when I do art journals for myself, I think about what message I want to give to myself. And I love kits like that help you to convey the messages and sometimes have the right message that you need in that moment. And the thing is, you can write as well, and you can hide your text. But I love to do these pages that convey just a message. I do this a lot with my paper art journals as well. So here I'm just, again, layering more of these elements that are realistic paper and stitches, and again, putting shadows and things like that. So I put a new layer underneath, and I'm gonna get here my water blends and this stamp brush on the water blends, and I'm just gonna give some watercolor stamping just to give a little bit of more realistic feel, that there was some kind of paint there. I always like to put some kind of paint on my art journals, that it means digital or paper. I mean, of course my paper has way more painting, but and I love this text here, connections. That connections are the things that touch deepest, the deeper part of your soul, and that is so true. So I'm going to put that. You can see that the element has already a shadow there, so I don't need to do anything. It's a perfect message for myself that I needed here. So very simple, but I think very tactile page there. I'm putting more stitches because I'm obsessed with stitches. I actually bought a sewing machine, but didn't even have time to break yet to do some journals. Again, I think Mummy-ish has the perfect shadows for that. So I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you with the next page.